New at 10, we're digging into that lawsuit filed by two members of the Tulsa Public Schools Board of Education over the way Dr. Ebony Johnson was hired as the superintendent of TPS. One of those board members, Dr. Ebony Marshall, told us last year the school board violated Oklahoma's Open Meetings Act in how it hired Dr. Johnson. Fox 23's Alex Cash has been going through the massive lawsuit and has the new details.
That's right, this suit is 142 pages long and was filed Thursday at the Tulsa County Court. The people behind this are board members Dr. Ebony Marshall and Alina Ashley, as well as a parent of a child who goes to a TPS charter school. The board members named in the suit are President Stacey Woolley, Vice President John Croissant, along with Susan Lampkin and Diamond Marshall. TPS is also listed as a defendant, along with TPS Superintendent Dr. Ebony Johnson and former TPS Superintendent Dr. Deborah Gist. Fox 23 has been at the TPS school board meetings that are involved in this lawsuit. It claims the Open Meetings Act was violated alongside Titles 1 and 6 of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act. The claims are all about the way Dr. Deborah Gist resigned in August last year and how Dr. Ebony Johnson was named at first as interim and then last month as permanent superintendent of TPS. The lawsuit says Dr. Gist and board president Stacey Woolley were involved in, quote, backroom strategy discussions before Gist's resignation. The suit also claims the board broke the Open Meetings Act when it hired Dr. Johnson permanently last month. The suit claims topics not allowed were discussed in executive session, including talking about the national search for a new superintendent. At the meeting after Dr. Johnson was permanently hired, Dr. Ebony Marshall spoke out over claims that policy was broken.
When did we ever have a discussion about placing the item of Dr. Johnson's contract being extended to the superintendent's role? Board Member Woolley stated that we did that in the November 30th meeting, which we did not. And unfortunately or intentionally, there was no one there taking official minutes.
It sets a precedent because it says that boards now feel that they are able to do whatever they want to do, regardless of what policy is.
The lawsuit challenges Dr. Johnson's hiring and the suspension of the national search for a new TPS superintendent, saying, quote, the deception and bad faith conduct rendered by board officers and others invalidate the board's action, including the vote to approve Johnson's hiring as permanent superintendent and any suspension of Policy 1401 and other policies relating to a superintendent search. It goes on to say the only remedy for the injury to the public interest is to require the board to conduct a national search for a superintendent. We reached out to Tulsa Public Schools for a statement about the filing. A district spokesperson told us it will take time for them to fully review it and they won't comment on any ongoing legal matters. We're putting the whole filing on our website, fox23.com, and you can read it in its entirety there. Covering news that matters, I'm Alex Cash, Fox 23 News.